gentlemen, Testamonials with Chuck Testa.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we have a button for that.
Welcome.
Oh, I don't remember what the buttons are.
I think it's this one. Nope, not that one.
Wait, we gotta turn the volume up.
Hold on.
Yeah, welcome to the program, everybody. You're back for another.
It's always the last one you try. Sorry, go ahead.
You're back
That's
for another
professional.
I ruined your introduction.
nail-biting, jaw-dropping, breath-holding, excitement,
Yeah.
something episode of Testamonials.
Yay!
I'm Chuck Testa, your host. I'm here again, as usual, with the Doctor of Death.
Welcome back to another episode of The Muppet Show.
That's it. And then in the corner, just out of sight, is Jim Eaton in the
There he is.
timeout. Engineer Jim today.
Yeah, I want people to subscribe to my OnlyFans. That's why I'm on.
No, you got that wrong. We're your only fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. I don't even know what that is, but that's okay.
You want to find out?
No. Because as we recall, the last FBI visit, because I thought BBC meant British Broadcast Company.
Well,
we
it
don't-
means
we don't
that
want-
too.
We don't want to relive that incident
Yeah.
again. So, I mean, they thought Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Shit, that wasn't nothing, man.
Yeah.
I had frogmen and tanks and helicopters and guys coming out of the sewer and rappelling and
All because there was big boars coming here.
Big bouncy chicken.
yeah, that's it. Something
Yeah.
that I knew nothing. And and then they wanted my computer, and then they found out it's like what? Yeah, sorry guys.
Come in looking for a computer and leave with an Apple IIe.
Yeah, or something. Nothing. That's what
There's
they
like
left with
Four
again.
people know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
that's the one they taught us to play Oregon Trail on when I was in elementary school.
Really?
The old Apple computer.
Hey,
Well, it's kind of like the hunting regulations. I said I could put in a shot glass what I know about the new ones.
Yeah.
You know.
I worked for a photo lab, and that was our main operating system. It was an Apple II.
Wow.
See, Engineer Jim always knows
Always something.
has something related to
bet,
something.
bet you saw some interesting stuff at that job.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was a delivery guy.
That
Oh.
don't mean you didn't.
Yeah.
I used to deliver stuff too. I saw some pretty cool shit.
Oh, well, this is a action-packed week.
Yeah.
And, well, first of all, let's back up a second. The Doctor of Death did his job and delivered some death
Yep.
on Saturday.
Always something.
Yep. And one of those situations where if he didn't drop it, the guy behind him was gonna. So,
When there's a line of trucks going up the mountain and you're the first in line, you take the opportunity that's given for you.
and but what we're really looking forward to is Butch is coming in,
Yep. Couple days.
and we even got a Friday night hunt too. So,
Nice. Yeah. It's that should be fun. Try
I had a
to.
dream last night that I was buying jeans and boots because of my wardrobe is limited for hunting.
You'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, but yeah, as long as I stay in the truck, I guess.
Nah. Just wear some shoes. You'll be set.
Yeah, I know. But we're really looking forward to that.
Nah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
I'm trying to work it to where I can come down Friday afternoon, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. But
Well, just shoot for Saturday morning
yeah,
if you can.
No,
That's the
I've got
important
Saturday penciled in, so
one. Good.
I'm here
And
for
then
that one.
Why I'm hoping that, because if you don't come down Friday,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe we'll get lucky,
yeah,
because it's another heat wave. And
yeah. It's supposed to be
all
hotter
the-
than shit this weekend.
And then he said that he hasn't seen that many deer. But
Mm-hmm.
then, like Richard was just saying on the phone, that there's a bunch of young bucks
Yeah,
up on his place that he wouldn't necessarily harvest, but
yeah,
as for Butch, we don't need it. It's like taking a kid.
yeah. Exactly. Who knows?
We just need one.
Yeah, 100%.
And boy, Matt, you just did a really bitchin' custom pig mount today
Yeah,
for your wife.
yeah. It was her first big game kill. We made something special out of it and took and reimagined completely a Fraser mannequin and
Yeah, it looked pretty nice.
Yeah.
got it over there on the drying board now.
It's I think you might start another trend like you did with them damn sideways deer.
I know.
You had to do.
Yep, I don't mind that. But like you said, we probably should have molded it before I mounted it. But
Well, do we have another head that size
yeah,
to cut down?
I think so.
Yeah. Then what? Yeah.
If not, it's not too hard to order one.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know a guy in Mike's. I think he gave us the wink and the nod today,
Kind of sounded that way.
didn't it? So yeah. So that'll be fun.
When the guy that made it originally said you should have molded it before you mounted it, that probably is a pretty good sign that you should probably mold it.
Yeah. Why the fuck didn't you mold it, you dumb shits?
Uh-huh.
And we said, because we're dumb shits.
Yeah,
At least we own it. Oh,
for sure. But you know what? That gives us free reign to do other sizes than just a little one. Because I bet a pretty big one looking like that would be pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Of course, we got to get it signed off on first to see what we did wrong. But
Yeah.
But
And you'll find
this
some.
sounds like a conversation for my show.
Duh. What are we doing?
I don't know.
All right, well, let's
Yeah.
back up. Let's back up. And, boy, we just had a little bit of a...
It's all the same. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we had a good adventure. We got the crocodile into the showroom.
Yep.
That was pretty exciting.
It was turned into a thing
It looks smaller now.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, now it's in a 40-foot room.
No, exactly. But yeah, it's not in the middle of the walkway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
look nearly as big.
But it completely closed the whole walkway to the shop
Yeah.
for, what, 2 months now?
Oh, easily. Yeah, it feels like it's been 6.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, even the neighbor came and helped. That was pretty
Yeah, I had to go.
Yeah.
We had to go because Matt and I were sitting there looking at that. And
Yeah, it was a 3-person job, and we only had 2.5. Sorry, Jim, but
Yeah, that's okay.
I thought you were talking about me.
no.
2.5.
Well,
Jim,
either.
you
I'm
and
a
me.
half. I'm a
Potato, potato.
Yeah.
I take pride in being half.
Well, hey,
Okay.
I'd rather be half than 0.
Yeah,
Yeah. So then,
Jim, we only kid you because we love you, buddy.
I know. Hey, that's why.
Like I said on the last show when I was stumbling over my words, if we don't give you shit, we probably don't care about you that much.
Yeah.
or pretty much if you don't get a call from us, that says it all.
Well, hey,
Oh, God, what assholes. But
yeah,
anyway.
it's all good.
No. Boy, what did I go through this weekend? Oh, so anyway, no, let's go back to the moving the croc.
Yeah.
So Jim goes, oh, there's some gardeners next door. I go, oh, those are my gardens. So I go to get them, but they're gone. So then way down the street, there's
That's
this
what that
whole-
rubber sound was going down the driveway.
They must have heard Jim say, because they have seen the croc.
Yeah, they heard you guys
And
coming.
They have walked around the croc many times, and they're impressed with the croc, but they thought it was a croc that we were going to ask them to move the croc.
Yeah, no doubt.
So me being me, I walk down the street and just walk into some house they're working on, and they go, "Can I help you?" I go, "Well, yes." As a matter of fact, I'm the neighbor down the street. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. And what can we help you with? Well, we got to move a crocodile. And what? Oh yeah, is it alive? No, it's dead.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, and they said, "Oh well, shit. Can we take pictures?" Yeah. So that worked out.
Indoctrination to the neighborhood right
Yeah.
there.
So welcome to the hood, dude. So now you won't be freaked out when you see me walking down the street with a pig upside down and a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Or the other shit that I've done here.
Uh-huh.
You know. So anyway, we couldn't. That guy was a good hand, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that
pretty
was
strong.
a big help.
Yeah. So now it'll be now I can send them pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can try to arrange when I go to war in a couple of weeks
Yep. We just need to get some hanging brackets, and
Yeah.
then that thing's done.
to have him pick it up on the way back.
Yeah. I suppose I ought to finish that video series off one of these days, but I'll do it next week.
Well, then there'd actually be one on how to do a crocodile.
Yeah.
run.
Well, we've gone step by step, so I don't remember where I left off, but
Well, that's and sometimes that might, if you wonder what happens to us, because that's probably a legitimate thing to say,
yeah.
is that we get involved in these projects and we mean to film them all the way, and then we hit some roadblock, and then some time goes by,
Mm-hmm.
and then next thing you know, I've mounted however many this pile is for the other guy,
Yeah.
and then we come back to it, and or a lot of times what happens is Matt leaves me dangerously low with nothing to do, and I can't be trusted to do nothing.
Yep.
So I start screwing with something, and next thing you know, it's past the step we were supposed to film or something.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh,
No, you're good. I just
Well-
I just remembered something that
what'd you remember?
I need to check your mannequin stockpile.
Okay.
I got sent either I got sent a wrong mannequin or I ordered a wrong mannequin. I'm not sure which happened.
Oh, what do you need?
I don't remember now. A 235 X22.
Something. Just may happen to have one.
I think we might, but I don't know.
But, God, we use so. We keep running out.
Sorry, a little inside baseball for everybody.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, behind Chuck, that is a mannequin. It's upside down. For
Oh,
those of
that's
you
the-
watching on video.
Yep, there's the wild pig we had to move last week.
Yeah.
That was in Tom's Way last week, I think.
Yeah, but now it's longer and stuff because we never mind.
I was gonna say something, but yeah,
No.
it grew about 4 inches.
Yeah. Well, God, that's a quality problem.
Yeah,
Once again, Matt,
doing a spot for Blue Chew, and they're not even a sponsor.
that's it. I don't.
Well,
Whoever
they will be eventually.
Hey, you just never know. They'll
Who-
sponsor just about anybody.
who is that?
It's exactly what you think it is.
Blue Chew. Oh,
It's generic
yeah. No, I know.
generic magic pills that
Right,
are
right,
chewable.
right.
And they taste like blue raspberry. Apparently,
Not that you would know.
I do not know. Only hearsay.
Oh,
I listen to far too many other podcasts that are sponsored by them. So
Yeah.
well, what cracks me up is the younger guys must have a more of an issue than I had back in the day with
I
the
think-
popularity.
I think it's purely recreational for most people.
Well, thank God, finally a recreational drug I can wrap my
I know. Shit.
brain around.
Where was that sport in high school?
Don't let me go down that road because it's already bad enough.
Yeah.
I was born, well, for a lot, I was born in the greatest time ever.
Yeah.
But as far as the lady situation, you guys got it so easy, they don't even know what to do I mean, they don't even care,
Yeah.
these young guys, you know?
Yeah.
For us, it was like, that it occupied all our time,
Oh yeah.
working on our lines,
No doubt.
you know, trying to get game.
I'm just sitting here wishing I had a camera phone in high school.
Oh, and then all that, and then it was always, you know, the inevitable pursuit.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have a phone that had the pursuit already done
Exactly.
on the phone.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Man, we probably would have been in trouble in high school if we had camera phones and
I'd be dead or in prison. I don't know.
maybe
something,
or
you know.
living somewhere else doing something else.
Well, that almost actually happened, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then I wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah.
You know. So, and I'm glad I'm sitting here.
Yeah. No, it's funny the way life takes us sometimes that you end up where you end up. I suppose everything for a reason, but
No, it is. I was talking to this like bona fide war hero dude,
Mm,
and he was saying how that's it. He said so he was going down this whole total direction,
yeah.
and then something happened called Vietnam, and the next thing you know, he's a door gunner on a helicopter. You know.
Yeah.
And his whole life went a different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Completely different than he
Yeah.
thought it would be. You know, and that's you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing the way things work. That's
Yeah.
all I really can say about it because I mean hell 10 years ago, well, more than that even 15 years ago when I started this shit, I never thought I'd be here where I'm at.
Well,
As far as work-wise and personal life-wise.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, you've grown. I mean, you've done so many personal journeys
yeah.
besides the taxidermy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
You know, I mean, well, we'll look on talking, but you know, but then you can share your experience, strength, and hope with other people, and hope that they become an example. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
that they might follow your. Cause see, here's the deal. Whoever that guy was, what's that other podcast with the MMA guy,
Oh, Joe Ruby.
Joe Ruby? What did he? Huh?
Oh, you mean on this network? Or?
Yeah, on this network.
Oh, the walkout with
Walkout with
Tom and
Tom and Mark.
yes,
Mark.
thank you.
And didn't Mark
Mark
say
the Menace.
Yeah.
Mark the Menace? And what was his line?
I don't
There's
know.
winning and
Oh, and learning.
learning.
Yeah.
Because then Rick Crane had said, "I wish there was another word for fail."
Yeah.
But remember what he said? I heard on the ad for it was that they don't want to work. You know, they don't go outside. They don't do nothing. They just whoever that guest was, that other box, whatever.
Yeah.
And I go, that's it. See, it is a freaking, okay, a journey. Like, look at the glue thing.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we're working on a new glue recipe.
We are reinventing the wheel.
And out of necessity, though, not because
Yeah.
the other glue was really, really good, and we had it down.
You got glue that will like not hold stuff. Is that what you're working on?
No, it needs to really hold stuff.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, what happened was, and we don't want to cause a panic, but there's shortages developing and has developed,
Yeah, just like everything else.
like everything else. And then one key product, we couldn't get it all, and we finally got our hands on some. But it's, you might as well say it's $300 a bag now.
Yeah.
So we got our hands on some other stuff, but it's liquid form, not powder. And
Yeah. It's different.
it's
so.
different.
There's a learning curve.
And so I'm on like my, and it does work. It's gonna work. It works.
Yeah.
It works pretty good. But getting it to the consistency that we like, it's a completely different. It's so. My point is, I can't go. Oh fuck! It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And then with the third time was like the worst one, right?
Yeah.
And then now it's smooth, because I learned a lot of chemistry that if I'd have paid attention to in high school, but probably common knowledge. But in our shop, it kind of reminds me of Hogan's Heroes and Carter
Yeah.
when he's adding this and that, and all of a sudden you hear, boom! Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
Absolutely.
So the point is, it's you just got to put in the time.
Yeah. Yep. You just got trial and error. You figure stuff out.
And then that leads to the point where I say on my videos, give it an honest try. And that's what I mean. It's try once or twice.
Yeah.
It's not going to, you're just going to go back to,
Yep.
as Kish says, you do what you know and finish it.
Yep.
You really have to give it a fair shot.
Mm-hmm.
And because I said it a million times when I had to unscrew myself from getting fixed at the,
Yeah.
it took me a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt.
To, get into good habits again. And but now it's just something we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know. My wife bought some iced tea.
Yep. Now you can be well hydrated.
She made you buy some. See,
I see that.
yeah,
I'm
you're
good
well
with that.
hydrated, huh?
I said I'm good with that.
Good. So she don't believe you anymore when you say you don't want it.
Yeah. Well.
That's Miss Wendy, like she's,
Yep.
Anyhow, here we go, digressing again.
Yep.
But anyway,
That's what we do.
That's what we do. So I remember all the frustration, all what you went through.
Oh yeah. It was. It's been a hell of a road to get here where I sit now. That's for sure.
But I guarantee you, there was another guy who was at the same spot,
Oh, I don't doubt it.
and then another guy came up to him. And, well, I didn't even get a direct. I mean, I got a phone call from another guy that invited me to the other guys.
Yeah.
And, same deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
And then as we learn the system, we learn that actually, we were doing it, stumbled onto, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
We were pretty much doing the steps,
Mm-hmm.
In the first place.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, no, you got to, take this and cut it into 19 pieces and then turn it upside down and then,
Yeah.
and then you got to do this and do that and do this and
This, that, and the other thing.
this,
So-
that, and the other thing. What, Jim?
So the taxidermy business is something that's taught, like taxidermist to taxidermist. It's not like there isn't really like schools and stuff.
There is, and I was actually just going to mention that, being that you brought that up. It's I have found personal experience. I went to school to do this. I don't know. I'm glad I did what I did, but I've learned much more in the last 5 years working with Chuck or 6 years, or however how many years it's been now.
Been longer.
But yeah,
than that.
I've learned more working with Chuck than I did paying the thousands of dollars to go to school that I paid. There was a lot of holes left that, maybe I didn't pay attention. maybe there was a lot of alcohol consumed between then and now. So, I mean, maybe I forgot some stuff, which I'm sure I did, but I can guarantee that hands-on, I've done way more learning here than I have anywhere else. I wouldn't take those opportunities I had back for anything, because I mean, without those I wouldn't be here right now. So, but yeah, I think hands-on with a mentor, or even apprenticing, or however you want to look at it, it's far more valuable. Any way you can get the knowledge is the way to get it.
And your willingness.
Yeah,
I was willing. Like I said, I drove. You know what I did.
Yeah, well, shit. Look, I drive at least 2 hours a day, or 2 hours a week to get down here.
Yeah, and I drove across the country. I mean,
Yeah.
all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Spent whatever was necessary
Yeah, exactly.
because I was hungry to succeed.
Yeah.
And I think you're the best in the country.
Wow,
You
I
both
appreciate that.
are. One of
Well.
you.
No,
Talk.
we're no.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
I will say this though, Frazier, who doesn't lie, he would say we're in the top 5%, is what he would say, in the country, in the five, not the 95,
Yeah.
but in the little, and that's what he would say. And of course, we'll have people that disagree
Oh yeah, no doubt.
heartily, but that's okay
Yeah, that's okay for sure.
because we're stuck kind of in our own little world because we're so dead. Like Tom said, like he's seen me over the years busy
yeah.
and way busy, but not like now.
Yeah.
Like he said, that was the honest truth. What he said, geez,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so, you know, and I'm just glad you didn't quit. I just
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm glad to have the opportunities I've been given, for sure.
And I had selfish motives too, because as I keep getting more and more physically
Yeah.
screwed up,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, I'm glad to have the kid, and then someday, you know, my guys will, you know, it'll all, it's
Yeah.
already kind of won, but, you know,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
what were we gonna call us? The Sons of Taxidermy.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Well, this is definitely an art, so you need to pass it on to another
Yeah,
generation.
for sure.
And then later on, Matt's going to pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, and then I've been like I said, the best way is meant, you know, and then I've been so fortunate to meet so many quality people that that I've been blessed to teach, you know. Like,
Yeah.
And then I discovered, you know, when they say you only got one hand if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And I got Matt, and I got Rudy, and I got Shay, you know, I got Frazier,
Mm-hmm.
and
You got goldfish.
and I got Indiana Jones, who's kind of, you know,
We love you, Jeff.
and who else? We got Jeff. All right,
You whether you want him
Rick
or
Crane.
not. Yeah, you got Ricky.
Ricky.
But
So-
yeah, whether you want Jeff or not,
Mark
you're
McLean.
stuck with him, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's the see, because that proves that.
If nothing else, Jeff brings an entertainment value to this ragtag bunch of misfits that nobody else could bring. I will say that in all honesty.
In all honesty and all love, because we there's just a reason he's here.
Yep, absolutely.
And, but the guy from I won't say the 3 words again, but he had to fly from London to see if we were.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh my God, it's real."
Yep.
I go, "Well, I know it's either gonna scare you or you're gonna, you know."
Oh yeah. No, exactly. I
Oh,
wish.
and that Broadway Playgirl too.
Oh yeah.
She goes, "What? How did?" Oh, because Jeff was here,
Yeah.
right? And she goes, "How is it that you're so this and that?" And Jeff goes, "Oh, you have no, no. He's just trying to be nice in front of you." He said, "If you can't handle the heat here, you know, because it's just what it is.
It is.
It's a lot of fun."
It is what it is.
She plans on taking you guys to New York just to be an exhibit.
I'm good with that.
Show all the
Yeah.
New York
Hey,
people.
long as they got short pants tuxedos and a little black silk hat like mine, I'm good.
Come in there with like Dumb and Dumber top hats and
We're
orange
gonna
tuxedos.
have okay. That's it. If we go to the Broadway premiere, we're wearing. I'm wearing the cane, the whole bit.
Yeah. Heck
Top
yeah.
hat. I got to.
Powder blue and bright orange.
No, my big claim to fame was the ruffles
Uh-huh.
with the big bow tie. I keep threatening to get. I'm gonna get that box out one of these days. I
Yeah,
keep
monocle.
threatening these guys with the terrifying shots of my prom
They,
pictures.
they might confuse you with
You
Mr.
need a
Peanut.
monocle instead of your glasses too.
Monocle. That would be something. Mr. Peanut. No, back in the days, like Fooner. We gotta have Fooner back on the show too, because he was on. Remember that Matt wasn't here, and when the boulder bashing episode,
Yeah.
and then we couldn't get a good connection. But then he was saying how his mom would throw away his bell bottoms and he'd take them out of the trash. But then all of a sudden, the next day, we were at the disco in polyester baggies and platform shoes with goldfish in the heels.
Nice.
And it was crazy. Oh, God, well, we've come to an end
Yep.
of another BS session. But
These are
we
the
will-
best ones.
We will continue on yours.
Yeah.
because,
yeah.
We're going to continue shooting the shit. You guys get to just hang on a minute. We'll be right
Yeah.
back.
And
Yeah.
you'll be appearing on giggleslive.com on September 30th.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, for the big...
Is that a
The big
threat
show.
or a,
The big get down.
7-year reunion.
Is that a promise or a threat or
I
whatever?
think it's both. Actually.
You might even get to see one of the new faces there. You just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. As long as
I don't
get,
think I have anything going that day.
Oh,
Oh, really?
So you just never know.
You know what? I almost thought it's the 7th anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
but you got so far to go. We understand.
No,
you know.
no, for sure. But,
But I hope I get to do a stick with DMV
see,
Mike now.
that just happens to be the weekend after my wife's birthday, so I might have to take her to do something.
Oh,
that
man.
might be great.
Yeah, Glen Tavern Inn's a nice place to stay.
And
There you go.
well, how-
Jim's
we gotta
buying
put-
me a room.
We got to buy new batteries for the Taser Mike
Yeah.
and tune up the back the F upper because since COVID, you know.
Yep.
And now these people are ready to hear some good COVID shit, I think, because it's
Yep.
now that everybody knows that the CVC might have made a mistake.
Yep. Or it's going to go the other way and nobody's want to hear it. You're going to just be playing to crickets.
Dude, that's how I roll. The crickets don't
Yeah.
scare me. If you can survive that. Like we were talking the other day, the last episode, right?
Uh-huh.
When Tom said they fucked up the whole thing when we met.
Yeah.
And they had this whole shtick and they were supposed to play the video.
Uh-huh.
And without the video, the whole thing went out the window and there I am standing up there. And Big Tom comes up and he does that eye thing he does, you know. And I was like, why am I here? And I said, well, at least I have a job or something. This old club's going to be closed by tomorrow after this. All right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining. I'm here again. I'm Chuck Testa.
And I'm Matt Dockstetter.
And
Thanks for
Jim
listening.
Eaton over there. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Off-centered outdoors. I think I said it right.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah.
How about that?
Put the...
Hey, that works.
All
hey.
right.
Welcome everybody back to another episode of Off-Centered Outdoors. I almost screwed that up. So hey,
Another nail-biting...
yeah, it's been a heck of a week here in the taxidermy shop. We got
exhausted.
we're getting stuff delivered, getting stuff put together, getting stuff customly. Is that a word?
Yeah. Customized mounts.
Yeah, custom stuff getting done, and
man, did we get in some monster bucks this
yeah, it's been a
last couple weeks.
good 10 days or so.
And actually was hoping that a couple of the guys might have made it here with that kid's Lassen County antelope,
yeah,
and we could have waylaid them and made them come on your show.
yeah, for
And
sure.
actually had a blow-by-blow, literally.
Yep, I'm gonna try to get us a good guest for next week. Hopefully it works out.
And then Chris said his kid shot that thing, and he said it literally tipped over and it like nose in the dirt. I mean,
Nice.
like didn't even,
Yeah.
just went boom.
That
So-
was a fun hunt when Nathan had that tag. I hope somebody I get to go with gets that tag again. That was a kick in the ass.
Yeah, and then
Actually, one of my customers is headed up there this weekend for the second season of Lassen Antelope. So
Yeah.
hopefully he brings me back something pretty.
hopefully I don't jinx Matt and Butch out there because they actually dragging my ass out pig hunting Sunday.
Yep, Chuck gets to go experience driving around a vineyard looking for pigs. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun. It's gonna
Well,
be
that beats my old experiences of driving around dive bars in Inglewood looking for pigs.
A pig hunt is a pig hunt.
Okay.
But no, being there's going to be a warm weekend, it's going to be interesting. He said that they kind of hammered the pigs pretty hard a couple weeks ago, but they're still there. So we should be able to at least get one. If
We
not
just
a
need
couple.
one for Butch, you know.
Yep.
I mean, that's all I care about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Taking Butch out again. He's already kind of. I mean, he did such a flip as far as his health and attitude. You know,
Yeah.
when he had something to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a little bit, he goes kind of back and forth now because you never get out of that shit alive.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And,
Nobody's gonna make it out of here alive.
Well,
but-
we know that, but what I mean is but having all this to focus on,
Yeah.
hunting, you know,
No, absolutely.
getting outdoors,
It gives you
being
something
with
to.
friends,
Yeah, exactly.
experience of a life,
Something you
you know.
used to be pretty deep into. Once you get back into it, it's watch. I have a feeling we're gonna get you out there and you're gonna come back a whole different attitude. But you never
Yeah,
know.
that's what scares me. Especially, I got another friend.
You're gonna have to convince Wendy to start eating wild game.
She's already, dude. You know how far she's come. I mean, my God, she's got a black gun now,
I
Evolve,
know.
and had to have one
Yep.
because they told her she couldn't.
Yep.
And that was, and so
Yep.
no,
Yeah.
and
But yeah, it's
the
gonna
one
be,
good thing about this inflation shit,
Yeah.
probably the only good thing, is it makes people start reprioritizing.
Yeah.
And how, and then thinking like, we're so spoiled, right?
Mhm.
I go, well, she goes, God, we might have to buy half a beef. We might have to kind of do, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
said, yeah, you can't, like, because we know where it's headed.
Yeah.
And still a lot of people are still
No,
not
absolutely.
realizing where it's headed.
Mm-hmm.
And because we've been saying where it's headed for years,
Yeah.
it just took longer. And,
Yeah. No. I might bring you some goodies next week when I
Yeah.
come down too.
yeah, I got, Jane gave me some good backstrap. Oh, man.
Oh, nice.
But I tell you what, that Iowa cornfed whitetail is,
Oh yeah, whitetail's completely
Impossible.
different than these little suitcase rat deer we have around here,
Yeah.
but it's still not bad. But no, I've got
Well, was that
quite a bit
antelope-
of pork and other stuff in the freezer. I
Was that
gonna bring you.
antelope that we ate? Was that a Wyoming goat?
Yes.
Or, yeah. Wow, Jesus, man.
Yep, that was from last year's. That was the last of
I
it.
didn't know if it was the kid's goat or not.
No, I don't know which one of us killed it, but it was one of ours.
No, but I meant for his Northern Cal.
Oh no, that one's long gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Jim, you guys do much cooking over there at Casa
No,
de
no, no.
Casa de
Casa de
Giggles?
Tom. Yeah,
Anything
Casa
that,
de Giggles.
anything that is microwavable.
Ah, there you go. Well, I won't overwhelm you with a box of meat then.
Well,
If you're lucky, I'll remember to bring you some jerky next week though.
it might be worth learning how to cook, Jim.
Oh no, I actually, yeah, it's just that the kitchen in that place is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I've been staring at this for a little bit.
I actually have a bunch of camping. I have a bunch
Thanks.
of cast iron stoves and hot
Oh, nice.
pans.
Shit, they wanted me to bring that. I'm going to that battle, and they wanted me to bring the kitchen. I said, no. I said, I mean, I really wouldn't mind,
Yeah.
but it's been stowed for a little bit, and
Yeah, it's probably needs some upkeep.
I think I'm gonna help myself.
Knock yourself out, Jim.
yeah,
You want- I'm sure we could round you up a cup of ice if you'd like.
yeah. And here,
Or
take
here, if you'd like a cold one, I've got a Gatorade going back here.
That's perfect.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you twice.
Here.
I'm a lukewarm kind of guy.
Yeah, that's right. You said that last week.
Sounds good. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a heck of a week. Chuck got some good bucks in. I got some good bucks in.
Oh,
If you've been following the social media at all, we see I killed a little one on what the hell day was that? Saturday. With I took the wife out up on the mountain for something different and found a little national forest buck to bring home. He made a wrong move and we had to bust a move on him and
you had no choice.
pop a
He
cap
made
in
an
his ass like the
he
kids
made
say.
an aggressive, threatening.
Yeah, he was coming
manner.
right for me. So
Yeah.
Well, the deers are but you were right how scrawny.
Yeah,
because the deers need to be cleaned out. Because
Well, it's
otherwise they're going to starve.
honestly, the populations are not doing fantastic just because there's so many predators that don't get handled. There's like,
Anymore.
well, the state is still killing as many mountain lions as they did when it was legal. Just now they've got hired guns doing it, so the general population doesn't see it. They have paid USDA hunters that go out and kill. Before they banned the lion hunt, they were killing about 400 lions a year.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've got USDA hunters that go out and kill about 400 lions a year.
Not to mention the ones that get hit in Ojai
that
every
too.
year.
That too.
There's like a lot. They just hit one that had a collar on it the other day.
I don't doubt it.
And so, yeah, it's all a light up to under
Yeah.
thing. Oh, well, one thing happened with the bucks. You know how me I am with where toddler hunts or handicap.
Yeah.
So one of my guys that resurfaced I hadn't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dude. He took a paralyzed kid out
Yeah, that's awesome.
on Sunday,
That's really awesome.
and he shot. Well, you saw that buck.
Yeah,
Probably
that's-
shot the trophy any of our.
Well, yeah,
bucks.
what would definitely be the trophy of many people's lifetimes that kid got to harvest, which is beyond cool. I wish everybody had that kind of opportunity.
And apparently he didn't shoot him. I mean, apparently they got him out somehow.
Yeah,
You know,
Mhm.
in the brush.
That's
and,
cool.
It was really cool.
that's way cool.
That to me, those are the things.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
that-
that's what
that-
it's all about. Passing this on one way or another. I mean, it's whether it's to introducing somebody into it or taking somebody that hasn't done it for a long time or whatever the case may be, just passing on the opportunity, especially if you're blessed with somewhere that you can take
hunt.
somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing for me to take Joe Blow out to the forest and go try to get a deer with the chances that you're not going to see anything but dirt, you know. But when you've got a piece of property that you're going to go out and see something, whether or
Yeah.
not you harvest something's another story. I
Yeah,
mean,
like this weekend, it could be hit or miss.
Exactly.
Like pockets, because he said that we're taking Butch.
yeah,
He said it's been hit or and then that's I was starting to say that Richard said that now on his ranch in Camarillo, some of the younger bucks are moving in, but
Yeah.
the big ones still aren't moved. You know, they
Yeah.
won't come over till they start rutting
yeah.
harder, right? And then they move
And
up.
yeah, this is going to be a weird year for rut activity too. I mean, I've personally seen a few things that I shouldn't have seen yet, and one of my really good friends was telling me some stuff that shouldn't be happening yet. That is definitely
So
happening.
what you're saying, it's an early deal, or
It should be a late rut. By all accounts,
Right.
it should be a late rut. There's
Right.
still fawns hitting the ground right now that have
Right.
spots. The Thule elk on the La Panza range, they are not rutting yet. They're still dropping calves with spots. It's a really bizarre year, but those bulls are starting to come in. They're starting to chase the cows around, but the big bulls are still off doing their own thing, which is really bizarre. They had that trophy hunt up on the ranch a couple weeks ago, and the bull they killed was the biggest one they could get on because he was the only one coming in.
oh, Matt,
And another thing.
question.
Yes.
Okay, so that ranch where they took the paralyzed kid out, he showed me a couple of camera shots of a 7x7 and a 6x6. He said the elk are starting to come in
Nice.
onto his place finally after I don't know how many years. I don't know how that whole thing works.
Yeah.
You
That's
know.
cool.
Yeah, you probably know more about.
I'm just starting to learn a lot about a lot.
Yeah, but
more
you know
about
that's
that
why I
stuff.
wish them two guys were here today, because the one guy knows all about the Thule elk, and
Nice.
all about who has what and what goes where,
Yeah.
and who hates who, and,
Yeah.
you know, and all
But yeah,
that.
it's and then like I was saying with the deer, I mean, like I was saying, the fawns are they're still dropping late season fawns, which is kind of bizarre. They should have been all done by now. But I got in a cape off of a buck Sunday night that had been pissing all over his tarsal glands and just swelled up and ready to go. And my buddy was telling me where he works, there's a lot of deer running around, and he witnessed a big mature fork and horn chasing does and breeding them. So it's
Who knows?
yeah, it's going to be a weird year. So if you're out there hunting and see does, watch for bucks.
Hey.
I mean, you just never know.
And I'll tell you what, them two from that place, one had a bona fide 21-inch neck, dude.
Yeah,
Not at the swell.
yeah,
Was bizarre.
yeah. No,
For
for
a
sure.
black, you know, for our.
Oh yeah, that's unheard of.
For
almost.
the guys who don't know, like so many taxidermists, who knows if they measure or not, but we have thousands of charts, as has been said, right? And we can tell you, for us, a good deer's a 18.5-inch,
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah, average is like 16 and a half to 17 and a half.
Right, those are the-
18, you start getting into really big bucks. Yeah, and there is the outliers where you get 20, 21.
And then we had a bunch of, we had some 50s last year, which is a
Yeah.
20-inch neck. But these ones are,
yeah, well, that one I just put on Facebook earlier, the on the Coombs forum, was a 60. I mean, it's...
so 20, 21.
Yeah.
And then for people that don't know, or like Jim says, people that don't hunt, a 21-inch neck mule deer, that's a 4-year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a pretty good. That's
Good
an
size
okay
one.
sized deer.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, because your average really, say your average 3-year-old, like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure. I mean,
And,
a lot of the mule deer I get in are in that 19 to 20 and a half range.
That's your average mature.
Yeah.
And then you start getting into the XLs, and then and we do get some that are 25 occasionally.
It does happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's guys always think, well, my buck had a 25, 30-inch neck. No, it didn't, because you measured around the middle of the neck on the
That's
outside
right.
of the hide.
Oh, let's
That
not,
adds-
because that other,
no, I know.
that kid watches.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to say
Raymond's going to think we're talking about him again, but we're not. Don't worry.
No, we're not about that. But it's the
That's
thing
the
is,
example I'm going to give, but that's not what we're talking about.
We're not, because that happens.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, and that's all. And it's okay not to know.
No, for sure. Yeah,
You know?
we met up with that guy Sunday night that had that buck he gave me the cape off of, and I told him, you know what, if you're going to give it to me, I'll go over, I'll follow to your house, I'll skin out your whole deer for you, I'll take the cape.
Yeah.
All right, you need to get a neck measurement or something off this? Something like that.
Yeah.
So I got it all skinned out, and I threw it up on the tailgate, and I busted out the calipers and a measuring sheet, and going to town measuring, and they're looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But you got to be thorough if you want to have your anatomy right.
And I was.
And that cape is going to go, hopefully, should go on a real nice buck that was killed earlier this year, too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that cape was all the way shed out, no more summer hair. It's an absolutely beautiful cape.
Good,
if
good.
it doesn't go on the deer that I'm thinking it's going on, I might have something special to do for it this
Yeah.
year. So,
Yeah. Oh, this one kid brought a 4x the other day,
yeah.
Sunday, whatever day, another one, and I was measuring it, and he goes, so you measure every one? Like, I already know what size this is.
Yeah.
It's a 240, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
I said, if you guys started doing this, you'd actually learn your way around a deer head. I said, it makes you touch them,
Yeah.
makes you look at them, and then pretty
Absolutely.
soon we noticed, like one that you had the other day, that had that muscle was almost looked like a latimus dorsi, remember?
Yeah.
The back of the head, it was significantly.
Yeah, for sure.
Every once in a while we get thrown a ringer, and we like to put that back in.
Yeah, absolutely. Your deer should leave looking like it came in. It shouldn't be a cookie cutter deer like like you get at some other places. It's every deer has its own quirks and characteristics, and those should be back in the deer when it leaves.
And we do our best, and apparently it is noticed and appreciated by
Yeah.
mostly when guys, they disappear
Yeah,
and then they show up
yeah,
on
most
a
definitely.
Sunday and
Yep.
and go, oh, I got my deer from wherever, and
Yeah.
you know, and it's not like yours, and that's basically, and he goes, and there's nothing wrong with the job, meaning that the craftsmanship was okay.
Yeah.
What it is it's not on it's just not.
Yeah. It looks like every other deer that comes out of that shop.
Yeah, and it's on that.
The brand X.
Yeah. So
Just-
no, it doesn't. 'Cause
Yeah.
ours have 7 vertebrae, and
Yeah.
you know,
Absolutely.
and all that, and it makes a difference. And maybe they don't look as purdy or something, but that doesn't matter. What it is when it's on the wall and they're looking at it, it looks like what they see
Yeah.
in the outdoors.
Yeah. And, I mean, granted, most people, when they get a deer back on the wall, all they're looking at is the antlers. The mount itself is just a vessel to display the antlers. I get that. But in the same breath, it needs to remind you entirely of the experience, not just, hey, there's a deer on the wall. It should be, there's my
Well,
deer on the wall.
Well, that, and yeah, it takes you back, and like Rick Crane said, part of our, and I never thought of it like that. We bring the outside to the inside.
Yeah.
And why do people want the outside back inside their house? It's to take them back to that
Absolutely.
that time, you know. And another good example. So I had the two, and they could have been like the chart wise.
Yeah.
They were identical, but then when you look, one's gray and one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not really exactly the same,
Yeah, exactly.
you know. So
Yeah, it's the more you touch the deer, like you were saying, the more you see the similarities and the differences between them. I mean, I was having this debate with one of my good customers, actually the guy that brought me that buck we were just talking about last week with the big big muscles behind its head, debating whether the majority traits in this deer they killed versus this deer they killed, or mule deer to blacktail,
right, or whatever.
Everything we've got in this general area is a crossbred. It's a bench.
Heinz 57.
It's a bench leg. It doesn't matter what it is, but you can definitely see on this deer to this deer what the dominant traits are. Whether it's got a lot of mule deer in it, whether it's got a lot of blacktail features. I've been having this talk with actually more than just him lately. It's pretty interesting to. I mean, I think 2 or 3. Something like that seasons ago, I got 2 deer in that were killed. Literally, they were running together. They had to be last year's brothers. They were just a couple little bucks, and they were completely different.
Right? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it was really bizarre. You could see the mule deer in this one, and you could see the blacktail in this one. And that's really,
and then a lot of times why my favorite thing is why measure. Well, why use a tape measure when you're building a table? Screw it.
No, for sure.
What do you need it for? And that's why and see now, remember, look how you see.
Yeah.
And so part of when you were working with me, when Jim was talking about how do you learn, and I said, and that's what Fraser told me, I'm going to teach you how to see.
Yeah.
And we think we see, but we don't see.
No,
we
exactly.
look, but we don't see. Right? We listen, but we don't hear. And now you're seeing all these, and then I can kind of remember, because I always knew you knew what you were doing. But then there would be little things, and I'd be going, hey, blah, 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 and you're going,
yeah.
And then I remember doing that, too, because I go, I know I should be seeing whatever that is, but I don't, but I'm sure it's there.
Yeah.
And now you look, and I go, hey, check out this. Turn it around. Oh,
yeah.
And then we were looking at the crease. I mean, didn't that one have some big-ass fold, too? Yeah, something.
Yeah, it had big everything on those earbuds. It was really, really quite bizarre how
and they
built
were
up
really,
it was.
really
defined.
Yeah,
and even that one today I skinned out. He was
that one. It was definitely creased in there.
Yeah,
and that's why it's good to do a naked. I call them naked, but
well, yeah, they don't have any hair on them.
Yeah, and you can just see it, and then if you want, and I've done this on, I don't know, I'd have to look up back in the archives, but I've taken them and showed them.
Yeah.
That and then a Fraser mannequin, and I've shaved them and showed them how much closer can you get than this?
Exactly.
But I guess if they don't know what they're looking at, then it.
Yeah, like I said, that to a lot of guys, that deer is just a vessel to display the antlers. They're not too worried about bringing the whole memory back. It's just, hey, look at my antlers. On
yeah,
this
I get
deer.
it, but then you have the guys that like the guy on with that monster buck, going, hey, I got to bring this.
Yeah.
Thing, and you got to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't look like the other, okay, no problem.
Remounts are always fun to do.
We learn a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to this one.
I am too, because and what I can say, because I'm sure people redo mine and say, "Oh, that sucks." Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. What I do know is if it came off this genetics and it is as big as these.
Yeah.
Then it ain't got no business being on no 17-inch. That's all I'm saying.
No, absolutely. I fully understand.
He has a valid point right there.
Yeah.
Because it should be on a minimum of a 60.
Then again, though, there's outliers.
Well, but yeah, that's true. But that's what I went over with them, because I said, after I measured the other ones and they got all the measurements, and I said, so-and-so, this buck was this this size, same. He said, yeah, it was the same.
Yeah, no,
and
for
the
sure.
one I did before is all, because he doesn't really hunt that place. He takes one or two. Yeah. Or takes a kid to shoot, or maybe
as you should to get the quality. You can't. And then maybe can't go killing all of them.
No, and then maybe he'll, if he has a smaller thing, he doesn't want it. He'll take another kid. You know what I mean? Sometimes he'll take two kids. But
I need to find out how to get on that kid list, just so you know.
I think we'll put Levi on the kid list.
Just to walk on your knees.
Levi.
What?
I don't know about that.
Well, that's your in.
I can be a kid. I'm always a kid.
Well, I don't know.
I'm a kid at heart.
I'll just send him Levi and say, hey, can he hunt?
Yeah, he's got a couple.
And then when you show up, they go, oh, man, he went through this growth spurt last year you wouldn't believe.
Reverse Benjamin Button disease.
Grew 4 feet.
And he's been eating those deers out there by Diablo Canyon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I actually took Levi out for a ride Saturday. That was quite
Yeah,
fun.
it was really cool seeing him.
Yeah, I got to actually get him to see some deer. I took him for a ride, and then I said, hey, you know what, let's go for a little hike. So we parked the truck and walked down this old road that don't get used much. And we walked maybe 100 yards and came up on two spikes. One of them had to be really bad genetics because he was an old deer, and he was just a big monster cowhorn spike. He was seriously, he was that tall, that big around, just clean spikes, straight up, no.
And it's too bad you can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah, those
pull,
ones need to be pulled out. But
Yeah.
what can you do? The state don't let you do that kind of stuff. But that's okay.
Oh, well, we're coming up on our time.
Oh,
here.
we're getting the
Finger.
No,
signal.
this is going so good. Maybe we can continue on and do a stories on the bus.
Whatever
Okay,
you want to
let's
do.
Talk
do
about
that.
Hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
can.
then, because Matt, you did some racing, right?
I did.
But that was a while ago.
Yeah, been a couple years, but
Okay.
I still remember.
And then let's
Go fast,
remember
turn
on,
left.
On September 30th, the Giggles Live show at the Glen Tavern.
With
Inn.
a special guest VIP appearance by Matt Dockstead.
I'm not guaranteeing that, but
know,
there's a
but
We're
good
gonna do our
chance.
best to get it there.
If you want to meet Matt and have a guy that doesn't have a cross-eyed deer like mine,
Or if you don't want to meet Matt, you might
Yeah.
be stuck. But
yeah, stuck with Chuck.
don't have to worry about me getting on stage though. I'm not gonna ruin everybody's night.
No,
Oh, you can always be
automatic challenge.
Shit, no.
Yeah.
Matt,
I'll
get
stay
your
home.
ass, get your ass up here.
Nope.
Have you ever
Okay.
heard of a shotgun wedding?
I've been in one.
Twice. You can't scare Matt. He's been married twice. You know.
The old Sam Kinison joke. The devil hates it when these married guys come
Uh-huh.
because he can't scare him.
Yeah, yeah. That shotgun wedding, and there was a band down here a long time ago from Ventura. They had a song called "Shotgun Divorce." It was one of those too.
Okay, well, hey, now we're gonna.
Well, wait. Let's sign out.
Yep,
Yeah,
we got
now
to sign
what we're
out.
gonna do is signing out, and we're gonna do a stories on the bus because
Heck yeah.
the hunting is going so wild.